The Runescape gatherings. If you were a Runescape player from the years 2007-2008, you may not have heard those words in a long time. The gatherings have been lost due to time. People have only heard about it, but don't know anything about them. Today, we are going to try our best to cover the history about the Runescape gatherings. Since I've never really done a Runescape history video before, I reached out to July, the Runescape history nerd, on Twitter, asking him if he knew anything about the Runescape gatherings. He told me he wasn't able to figure that much about it. It just appeared to be a random gathering that attracted lots of people. And if this guy doesn't know, then I'm going down a deep rabbit hole. Without further ado, let's get started. First off, what were the Runescape gatherings? The gatherings were a player-run event where players at the time can meet J-mods and video makers in-game. The location was always Ice Mountain in a certain world. In the peak years of the gathering, it had 3 to 4 totally full worlds. Since this event was not heavily documented at that time, we only have videos, but we have to find some more information. So I had to reach out to a few people. I got in contact first with RS Will Miss It, who is a RuneScape 3 content creator, and this is what he had to say about the gatherings being such a big hit. RuneScape had a lot of focus on the social aspect before. Parties and events were very popular, and people took the time to join them. Seeing creators and J-mods in-game at that time was a rarity, so naturally the average player, younger at the time compared to today, would love to see the people that either made their game or create the videos that they enjoy. Which makes sense because the former CEO of Jagex, Mark Gerhard, said this in an interview in the May of 2009 regarding the age of average players. Like, less than 4% of our players are under the age of 13, and the average age is 16. There are 2 major spikes, one at 14 and one at 18. And then obviously secondary, one at 19 and weirdly one at 28. I guess that's all of us just logging in. But the real average is 16. And there's this perception that there's 8-year-old boys playing the game and it's mad. Which I found kind of funny because in 2009 I was 9 years old playing RuneScape every single day after school. To add to the success, many RuneScape content creators at that time were creating invite videos on their channel to make sure their subscribers knew when and where the gatherings took place. RuneScape used to be a very social community. Nowadays everyone is focused on EHP and efficiency. I often find myself standing at the GE talking to people because I enjoy that social aspect of the game. And I'm sure many players do too. The creator of the RuneScape gatherings have always been a mystery. Many people I have came in contact with said it was TNoobShow, although I've tried to get in contact with TNoobShow asking him, but the Twitter connected to his channel is suspended. But while searching for answers, I got in contact with Regicidal, a longtime content creator and Twitch streamer today. I asked him who created the RuneScape gatherings. He said he also believes that it was TNoobShow, but mentions that he helped coordinate the first one ever. Another name that came up during researching was old content creator Max Boysen. Max Boysen was a bit of a community organizer and liked the attention. This is according to people who knew him. He was known in the community at that time for his events and bringing everyone together. Max Boysen quit and deleted everything RuneScape related in 2009 off his channel, and he has been out of the RuneScape community for more than a decade. There is not a good way to get in contact with Max Boysen today since he's been out of the community, but it is a strong possibility that he had a big part in creating the RuneScape gathering. So, who created the RuneScape gatherings? I will have to say it was a group of people, but it's rumored that TNoobShow, who's the one who came up with the idea. Which again makes sense because TNoobShow was a big part of the community back then, always creating events and always with the RuneScape community. Again, the way the players heard about the RuneScape gatherings was a collaborative effort by many creators at that time. People like DarkArm3 or Slate aka Kevin, Regicidal, Lucky Bucket, StarHLX, FoxJ, and many others. With all their videos public on YouTube and gathering tens to hundreds of thousands of views, it was also heavily posted on the RuneScape forums. At that time when people actually looked at the forums, it was looking like it'll be a great success. And by God, let me tell you, it was. Take a look at some of these clips from 2008-2009 RuneScape gathering. It's crazy to think people's computers didn't lag out from that. It's amazing that we have this footage to archive this event. Without this footage, most people would not believe this even took place, because people don't really know much about this. One question that I wanted to figure out was why the location for every single RuneScape gathering was Ice Mountain and why not any other free-to-play location? Regicidal informed me that there were several different spots people wanted to use for the gathering. Lumber's Swamp was definitely in the discussion because of the big flat area, but it was too dark and gloomy. Falador Park and Varrock Center were also good spots, but they were also a popular trading spot at that time of the game. Regicidal believes that Ice Mountain was chosen because of its uniqueness of it being snowy and close to a bank. Since then, every RuneScape gathering took place on the now famous mountain. I think it's worth mentioning that many people since 2010, after the peak of the RuneScape gatherings, have tried to host another gathering with no success. The last proper one was hosted by RS Will Miss It in 2015. The one in 2015 got a fair bit of traction and support from Jagex, who endorsed and promoted the event, but after that, the gatherings have become a thing of the past. In conclusion, would the RuneScape gatherings work today? Maybe. It can go either way, success or failure. Looking at the way of success, it will have to be a widespread support from every angle of the community. There will have to be a lot of collaboration between content creators and streamers, and Jagex might have to get involved to at least endorse the event. Looking at why it won't work, today's RuneScape players play in private and don't really socialize like they used to. The game is focused on efficiency, and the appeal of the gathering was to meet people you can't meet elsewhere, but in the day of age of Twitter, Discord, Reddit, you can talk to anyone year-round, and you can build up your own little community from nothing. I hope you guys enjoyed this little RuneScape history video. I wanted to make this video since there's not really that much information all in one video about the RuneScape gatherings. If you feel like I left anything out, make sure to leave your comments down below. And if you have any other topic you would like me to cover in my RuneScape history series, please let me know. And if you're new here, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It helps me out a ton. I appreciate it. Anyways, my name is Snack Food and I'll see you later. Peace.